Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic and we get to play some Tiny Bones shenanigans here. So Tiny Bones Trinket Thief, 2 mana, is in Jumpstart, and so we are playing Historic here. We're getting Amonkhet here pretty soon in Historic. There's just like a ton of things changing in the format, as well as Wilderness Reclamation and Teferi Time Raveler were each banned from Historic as well. So the format is changing a little bit. We do have to worry about goblins because goblins are always a thing, but we're going to try to do something pretty fun and interesting along the way here as well. So our deck is semi-aggro, just discard your hand like crazy. So Tiny Bones Trinket Thief, at the beginning of each step, if an opponent discarded a card this turn, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So there is a land that can let us cast spells at instant speed, which we can use to discard stuff at instant speed. And with Tiny Bones being on the battlefield, it's just the beginning of each end step, so we could end up having that work as well. I decided to stay away from it just because we're trying to play more of like an aggressive feel here as well. But that is something else you can go for. Anyway, the rest of the deck that we're trying to build here around this is just a lot of good discarding type of stuff. If we're discarding cards, we're putting them into the graveyard, which means that the rogue side of this that also makes people discard is kind of good as well. So Thieves Guild Enforcer, putting cards into the graveyard, cares if there's lots of cards in their graveyard. So then we have Una, which lets us put plus and counters onto creatures if they're rogues, which Tiny Bones, Una, and Thieves Guild Enforcer are all rogues, as well as our 2 Wrinkles. Is this a rogue as well? No, not a rogue. So whenever we deal damage with a creature that has a plus and counter on it, we also get to discard with the Una Blackguard. And so we can fill the graveyard really quickly. We make them discard more and more things. Tiny Bones will help us draw more cards. We do start losing life, but that's fine. And then we have Waste Knots to help us give a little bit more value for all the things that are being discarded with Burglar Rat, whatever. And then we have some payoffs for having their hands empty. So Emisizzle, 3 mana, 7/7 elemental. When it enters the battlefield, choose an opponent. So we get to choose the only opponent across from us, and then it gets -1/-1 for each card in the chosen player's hand. So if we can discard their hand, it's a 7/7. If they have 3 cards, it's still a 3 mana 4/4, so that's great stats. 2 cards, that's amazing. If they have a full 7 cards in hand, we do lose the Emisizzle, so a little bit of a gamble there, but I think it's worth having in the deck. Then we also get Drana, Liberator of Malakir. 3 mana, 2/3, flying first strike. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on each attacking creature you control. It has first strike, so this works really well with Una, where we can attack in with everything. As soon as it does damage, because it's first strike, it'll put counters onto everything before the normal combat damage. Everything will get counters onto it, and then whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card. So there's also kind of a combo there where we can just discard their entire hand with one big swing with Burglar Rats or whatever not. We have quite a few flyers in the deck, and so we get to go a little bit aggressive with this deck, a little bit, just make sure we're disrupting their hands, kind of taking out everything. The only downside with this deck I see right now is that I didn't slot in too much removal. We have Wrinkles to be able to sacrifice things, everything like that. We do have some like Death Touchers. I feel like being a discard deck, I wanted to go heavier into discard and not as much into removal, which is probably wrong, but it's really fun, and that's what matters. So we have Divest, we have Duress, and we have Vicious Rumors to try to get rid of some cards in the early game. We have Waste Knots to be able to get some value out of having a lot of cheap discard spells. So turn 2 Waste Knot into making them discard a bunch of things on turn 3. Also can just create a few zombies, add some extra mana, whatever it is to help us get to a point where we can then be casting more things. So we have only 22 lands in the deck right now. We have 2 Davriels, more discard, also just some extra damage, incremental damage we can get through as kind of more of an aggro deck. I do think that if you wanted to bring in some other cards into this deck, first off, it's any good removal that you can have, the 2-drop removal spells. And then also Friction Obliterator. I feel like I played a lot of Friction Obliterator recently, and so I'm keeping it out of the deck for that reason, just to try to play something a little bit new, a little more interesting. And so anyway, so this is the deck. So let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Up against Yosagi, bringing on Yosagi, and we will keep this. We have Tiny Bones. We have turn 3 Davriel with Tiny Bones, which is sweet. Hopefully we can actually find the land here. Oh no. That is one issue with the rest, is it doesn't do very good against goblins. Goblins kind of have all the stuff. How bad is this gonna get? They have Wily Goblin, so they have Krenko on the next turn. Oh no, this is really bad. We'll see if we can get through this. This is the best deck in Historic format right now and is going to be an issue for us consistently, honestly. I may jump out of Historic if we run into too many copies of this, because they banned Wilderness Reclamation, they banned Teferi, which were the other cards that made other decks possible. And so basically this is going to be the only deck around in Ranked. We'll see if meta has changed enough in one day, but I'm not really expecting much here. So play Davriel, make him discard. We get to draw a card, lose a life with Tiny Bones. Gets rid of the Krenko, so they must have another one. No attacks past the turn. And I guess we try to win by getting to the ability here on Tiny Bones. If each opponent with no cards in hand does lose 10 life. So if we can survive to get to 6 mana and not lose, so they're going to go dig for Muxus here. Oh, this is very, very bad. Yeah, there's Muxus. All right, Nithalid also not amazing here while they have too many cards in hand. We get to get rid of some. So Vicious Rumor. Fortunately, that doesn't put it on top of the library. That would have been nice. So Vicious Rumors. Discard again.
Perish the thought.
Down to 3, so this will be a 4/4 for us. Still has the Chieftain. All right, no attacks past the turn. So we'll go down to a 3/3. They play. If did they find the land? They did find land. So now it's Muxus. 2 cards in hand, and we just hope and pray here that they don't hit too much stuff. Losing Skirk Prospector. This is one of the biggest downsides. In Historic, you probably do need to make sure you have answers for Skirk Prospector. That's basically the way to win against goblins, is get rid of the Skirk Prospector and just kind of keep going. Una and Wrinkle aren't bad, though. So this gives other rogues entering the battlefield +1/+1 counter. I can play this out and then play Tiny Bones. Give an extra counter, then Wrinkle on the next turn. I could just sack this Tiny Bones as well. We'll see here. Each opponent has to discard a card, which I guess we have something to discard. So let's play Wrinkle. Swing in with Wrinkle. They sack just Wily Goblin. I guess that's not very good. So discard. Yeah, just discard here. Yeah, get rid of the Tiny Bones. They're almost empty-handed anyway. Yeah, let's just make them start top decking. Davriel's nice to have some incremental damage, but get rid of the Krenko. Yes, there we go. Duress is kind of a dead card for us. Plays the land out. Nixlid being a 7/7 is really nice. And I think that we may have gotten there now. So play Una. I think we swing aggressively. We actually have the land to start using Tiny Bones as well. So if they don't have a card in hand, we just have the game next turn. So they chump. Okay. Down to 13. Wrinkle. We could make them... If they sacrifice, they'll just sacrifice here. That's fine. I don't think I care too much here. So play that, pass the turn. Make him lose 10 and swing with Wrinkle, and that's the game. So we actually took down goblins. I was really worried this would be a really bad matchup for us. All right, they found another Muxus. Come on. And they found everything. Of course they did. All right, I don't think we're dead though. How bad is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus 8. So 18. As long as we can chump block with Una, we're fine. Actually, they have more cards in hand though, so we can't actually use the ability anymore. No! Come on! This is the worst. Ugh. Man, Muxus needs to get banned. I know that they just did ban announcements and stuff, but why in the world did they think that Muxus was an okay thing to happen here? So we have to jump down to 11. The top decks of Muxus. Man. All right, so we can make him discard one thing. We can get rid of the rest. So play Nixlid. Each player discards a card. Yeah, just discard a card. They get rid of the Prospector. We get to draw another card. Down to 10. Two really big blockers. They get to go very wide though, and they have the Krenko, which gives more goblins. With the Goblin Chieftain, it's all game over. So yeah, good game, good game. They create 8 2/2s, swing in, stinking Muxus, man, stinking Muxus. We were so close, and they top deck a Muxus. Wow. Alright, against Pappy Brosard. And we have Thieves. I like Drana quite a bit, so we'll keep this. Having the third land would be nice here. Let's go Thieves Guild Enforcer into Vicious Rumors. I like the idea of trying to find like a waste knot before we use this. Okay, play it out. Got rid of a Disfigure. That's actually kind of nice. Vicious Rumors. A couple more cards in the graveyard, so down to 4. Honestly, that's a good play even with just Thieves Guild Enforcer. This is in standard, right? Maybe I should be playing that a bit more often. Alright, swing in. Down to 17. Drana. Pass the turn. So Drana into Wrinkle is pretty powerful. What is this? So it becomes a 2/2 golem. Wipes the board. Well, kills one thing. Sacrifice a creature. Rude. This is mono black control, maybe? Each player discards a card. Do I want to draw here as well, though? I guess we just discard. Get rid of the land. Lands can be nice to have, but I have a feeling that you're going to have removal for this Wrinkle. Yeah, there we go. Trendles. Tendrils. Thieves Guild Enforcer into Wrinkle's not the worst. But I think that we just keep damage rolling through. Down to 14, pass the turn. By the way, thanks so much for the gifted tier sub. And the life gain of that is huge. They have had very good draws. Alright, pass the turn. Double Thieves Guild Enforcer is a pretty good swing here. Alright, play Thief. So they can turn this on to be a blocker. But only for one of them. Let's take a peek at their hand here real quick, too. Divest. Alright, so they have Languish, Cry the Canarium, and... oh, man. Just mono black control. What's their actual win condition with this deck? We will swing in, try to get rid of that, but they'll just take it and Cry. We've gotten rid of lots of lands. That's at least been helpful. Cry the Canarium. Alright, go Burglar Rat. Holds on to probably Languish. Because they have an answer here with the Garden Idol anyway for this. Ugin as the finisher with this. Alright. I guess we can see from their deck, huh? I'm not seeing like any actual finishers. Alright, they just turn this into an artifact and block. So we play the Nix the Lid. The issue is that they draw a card. So actually, this might work out. So they'll draw a card. This becomes a 4/4. They'll go for the Languish, but it'll be one less card in hand, and this will go up to 5/5. And so we may actually get them there. We'll see if we can. Waste Not. Okay, play Waste Not. That will be a nice thing to have. All right, swing in. Down to 7. Now they Languish. Yep, they waited for the right amount of time. Good for you. Let's get some discard in here. Duress. Another Waste Not. Yay. All right, that's cool. Cabal Stronghold. All right, so they have Ugin online now. Oh my gosh. We never hit a single Ugin in all of this. And they find one. Alright, I think that's game, and there's no way that we can actually win here. We already found 2 of our wrinkles, which is 2 of the ways that we can actually do stuff. The bans are absolutely screwed up, dude. I think they finally did a good job with bans. I'm really happy with the bans that they gave us this time around. Very, very happy with it. Alright, Una is pretty sweet here. In fact, I think what I want to do is I want to go... This hits a creature. So go divest. Get rid of the Muxus. Actually, they are kind of a ways away from hitting it. They have Skirk Prospector. So maybe we get rid of the Snoop here. We'll make him discard other stuff along the way. So I can make him mill 4. I can make him discard a lot more with the Una, though. Let's play Una. It ends up dying pretty easily to Gem Palm Incinerator, but I'm kind of fine with this right now. Pass the turn. Waste Not also pretty good there. All right, Skirk Prospector. No lands. All right. No lands. Let's go with Waste Not. I want to get some just like extra value out here as we're going to go through stuff. Swing in with Una. It doesn't actually do anything really big here. All right, so they haven't found a land yet. So I think I'm actually going to play this now to try to get the 2 lands off the top or something like that. That's the dream. All right, a Skirk and a land. All right, so don't hit land here. Oh, they found it. Darn it. Now Gem Palm Incinerator hits what? Probably Una. Actually, wait, no, they need to play a creature before they can do that. Or before they can kill Una. All right, so they discard a creature. Waste Not works. We get a 2/2. All right, so 5 cards in the graveyard. Davriel gets some good discard going. Let's go Waste Not number 2. Swing in with the Thieves. Let's see how they block. We can get in for 2 more points of damage by doing this now, so let's go do it now. Still trying to keep them off of lands, so that's good. Down to 13 past the turn. I don't think there's any mods in chat right at the moment right now in GGMeth. Just me at the moment. It's Devin, Smalls, Haunted Smoke, Carlos, and a couple other guys. Alright, play Davriel. Alright, so they have a lot of mana coming in next turn. So they have enough for the Muxus. Make him discard a card. Let's see how much we can get with this Waste Not. Alright, so 2 creatures. We go aggressive here, I think. Muxus can go big. We are scared of it. But we try to get them as low as possible. And hope that that does enough. Okay, plays Muxus. Holy. Wow. Dude, Muxus is so dumb. They hit 5 creatures. How far did they dig? They did 6 deep, so they had 5 creatures. They hit Chieftain, Snoops, and Krenko. If you get the Chieftain and the Krenko, it's just so busted. They're trying to see if they have lethal. Dude, you have lethal. Guaranteed. That's 14 damage there. I have to block Muxus, and one other thing. Actually, maybe we might be able to survive. Barely. They can go with the Strict Prospector and play some more things. Like if they have another Krenko in hand or something crazy here. What they could have done too is use the treasure, held up the Castle Embereth, and sacked whatever got blocked to pump the Embereth. That's another Muxus. Nice. Good for you, dude. Alright. They actually kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit there. Wizards definitely looked at the card. They just didn't care. Like, this is the issue with Wizards, is that they just keep playing things that... I don't know. I'm just frustrated with Wizards right now. Alright, they should find another Krenko. Krenko was the best one. They had lethal, I think, on board. Maybe they didn't? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Plus this. I get to block 2 creatures. They found another Krenko. But they sack enough creatures here. They get to make enough. It's fine. Dude, goblins are so busted. Not sacking a Wily Goblin. Very strange. Do we just let them keep going off? I kind of want to let them keep going off just to kind of show, like, yo. Yeah, when Noda wasn't even close to this busted. And that got banned. I have no clue how they didn't... They decided that that wasn't worth banning. It's because it's new and everyone just spent wildcards on it. Alright, up against Alowski. Bring it on. I like Una with Drana. That's actually such a fun combo. So keep this. We get to Duress. Hopefully hit something good here. I'll just make sure I did find the land so I don't have to Bajuka Bog. Take the Demonic Embrace. Nice. Alright, so Exquisite Blood combo is an issue. This is where not having any interaction, like removal, is gonna come back to bite us. Maybe just a little bit. I kind of like Demonic Embrace in this deck. I've not seen that. But even just like putting that onto Gifted Aetherborn, getting rid of a veto here, start getting 5 life a turn is pretty busted. Like, it's really good. Oh, it doesn't attack. All right. In that case, let's go with, I guess, Burglar Rat here. Davriel. Let's play out the Drana. No attacks past the turn. I don't know why he didn't attack. I guess they're just setting up for the combo. Eliminate. Rude. No blocks. Take it. Double Burglar Rat. We get to get rid of most of their hand. But we still don't really have an answer for this Aetherborn. Rankle off the top would be amazing. Alright, holds on to the veto. Get rid of their Rankle. That's nice. Plays it out. Down to 10, down to 5. Right, forgot about that. So we're just dead. Should have blocked. Yeah, that's game. So if they gain the life, then we're done for. All right, good game. Oh man. Yeah, Demonic Embrace. That's one card I've seen the version of that deck before, but I've never seen Demonic Embrace in with the Gifted Aetherborn and Veto. That's actually really busted. If they have enough life gaining creatures, you can just kind of go aggro with Veto, and then they have the Exquisite Blood. That's another card that I feel like needs to be banned as well. If they're trying to not make this a 2-card combo format. All right, that is a lot of Tiny Bones. This doesn't actually create any actual discard here. The Real Killadub with the party of 11. What's up, man? Welcome. Yeah, we got to mulligan this, unfortunately. Waste Knot is really nice. Tiny Bones are great to have if you have actual removal, but mulligan, keep that. Ooh, I guess I dropped the direct. What do I drop here? Maybe it's Thieves Guild Enforcer. I guess it could be land. On the next turn, I can duress. I guess it only works if they actually get the land to ramp, but we'll see. All right, pass the turn. They shocked it in for something. All right, this is the Luris Aura's deck, which is a busted deck. Again, I think that we need more interaction in this deck. This is an ETB effect, so go ahead and with this. Mill them now. I'm not sure how good Duress is going to be. So Tiny Bones doesn't actually mill them now. So now we go for Waste Not. Divest is really nice. No attacks past the turn. Plays into the land. Yeah, Auras is going to be a big deal. Dang it, now we can't get in with Wrinkle because of the Sentinel's Eyes. Arcane Flight. Yup. Down to 17. Yay. All right, Duress. Dang it. All right, should have gone for the other one. Divest. Get rid of the Serpent. Created 2/2. No attacks past the turn. Man, Sentinel's Eyes is such a good card with creatures like this. Now we just can basically do nothing. We need Eliminates or something in this deck. Down to 12. We're going to be discarding, so you play... Ooh. Man, alright, so... Vicious Rumors lets us create another 2/2. It doesn't do much of anything. Tiny Bones only works if we get other stuff going for us. I guess we go Vicious Rumors. Like, if this didn't have Sentinel's Eyes, Wrinkle would be amazing here. But with it, I don't know what we can do. No attacks past the turn. I feel like we keep having really amazing hands, and then we just kind of get worked by bad circumstance a little bit here. All right, they have all the glitters in the graveyard, so that's coming out next turn. So that's game on next turn, pretty much guaranteed. They also have the removal now, so Wrinkled it, and we didn't ever hit our third land. So, all right, moving on to the next one. We're done here. Yeah, definitely done here. We never would have found the land for the Wrinkle anyway, so it's all good. Agonizing Remorse. It doesn't actually discard. It exiles it, so it doesn't trigger most of our things that we have. So it doesn't work with Waste Not, and it doesn't work with Tiny Bones. So no, but I get why it would be nice to have. All right, so Drana in Thieves is pretty nice. Waste Not without any discard is kind of awkward. And we might just be stuck on 2 lands. We're on a draw. So I like the Nixithid. I think we're going to mulligan. We can have a better hand. There we go. Keep this, drop a land. An extra tiny bones. Yay. I'm holding on to Vicious Rumors. I want to be able to actually draw cards with it. Alright, so tiny bones, pass the turn. Soul Seer, rude. Luckily we have another one. Una is kind of interesting. We could play Una. Let's go. Because it only works for other rogues that enter the battlefield. So we play it out. If it gets a counter onto it, then we can start just making him discard from swinging in with this guy. I want to draw a card though. So Tiny Bones, Vicious Rumor, make him discard. Another Vicious Rumor's nice. Transmogrify. All right, so this is a Crater Hoof deck. Yeah, this is bad. All right, we're gonna play Una, Burglar Rat. That way we can get a counter onto Wrinkle, and start making him discard again. No attacks, draw a card. I mean, if we can keep him off of Transmogrify Luca, Tybalt, that's fine. As long as it's not Transmogrify or Luca, we're happy. They have the lands for it now, though. Alright, so... Wrinkle. Kill Tybalt. Swing at Saheeli so I can kill her on the next turn. Just really hope for no Luca. I could mill the top card of the library. No, it's not gonna be Luca or Transmogrify. There's no way. Watch it be it. Alright, play Waste Not. Play Una. Play Vicious Rumors. Crater Hoof is gone, sweet. Got some stuff. You swing there, you swing here. Let's offer up the Burglar Rat as a trade. Keeping the amount of creatures they have off the battlefield is really nice. Oh, they get to kill the other Una. That's fine.
Time to come up with a new plan.
Alright, Thieves Guild Enforcer. Dragon Fodder, create some more tokens. That's cool, that's cool. Let's just see what's off the top there. I might be using the Castle Lockwain here. So let's see, it goes in order, so we can actually make him draw a card here and then make him discard it. So Wrinkle first. Each player draws a card. So I make him draw a card. And then they lose the cards. They had the souls here. Of course they did. Gosh dang it. Oh man. Sometimes things happen. It's all cool. All good. And opponent sweeps it up. Sweet. Alright. I don't know. Goblins are really consistent. As we've been seeing, they have so many tutors to find Muxus. And then so many other cards that are good besides Muxus that it doesn't even matter. It's just a little bit disgusting. Alright, play Divest. Artifact or creature, nothing. But we got a peek at the hand, which is nice. And this way, Vicious Rumors is a guaranteed discard for Waste Not. That's kind of what we're going for, is making sure Waste Not does stuff for us. Same with Davriel. Goes for Opt. also like Drana into Wrinkle because it turns it into 4/4, hits for more damage. Is good. It's a lot of damage on turn 4. So if we find land, maybe we'll go for that. Otherwise, yeah, we'll see. So we did find land. So yeah, let's go Drana into Wrinkle. I'm not seeing any removal besides Beacon Bolt in the hand yet. We haven't seen any yet. How do I feel about the bans? I'm really happy with the bans. I'm very, very happy with the bans. All right, attack in. Blocks Terramander, Flame Sweep. Hey, watch this. Get a counter. Oh, man. Oh, drats. Didn't read Drana. Yes. Dude, Drana is so good. I didn't recognize that it gave itself a counter as well. I was thinking that it only gave to other attacking creatures. So it's each attacking creatures. Yeah, Drana is really good. It's a really good card. I like it. I dig it. Up against Opalia. Bring in Opalia. And keep this. Stinking Gobos. Stinking Gobos. So we can start milling them, trying to like disrupt a little bit. I like Waste Not. I like Divest waiting for the Waste Not, so I guess we play this first. We won't have any counters onto our creatures, but we get to mill a couple cards along the way. Turn this into a 3/2. Alright, let's see if they have Muxus on turn 3. Alright, now I think I need to divest. Get rid of the Muxus. No Muxus. Which means they go digging for Muxus and have it the turn after. And we can't actually interact with that, unfortunately. So no attacks past the turn. Play Matron, grab Muxus. Yeah, that's cool. Yay for you. This deck. So good. Yeah, no blocks. 3 cards here. Duress doesn't do it. So go Nyx Thalid. Pass the turn. Yeah, so this is my feelings with the bans. I'm glad that they banned Teferi and Wilderness Wreck in Historic as well. Not banning Muxus was kind of like a, huh? Okay, whatever. I mean, Muxus is a better version of Winota. And we're seeing it played so much. I think that what they did say is that they have enough information on Teferi Wilderness Reclamation that they can wait for it. With Muxus, it's still like a little bit up in the air. I just feel like, come on. Like, they waited so long with Oko as well when that happened, just because they're like, well, we want to make sure for sure that it's really terrible. And I think at some point you can just kind of be like, it's pretty terrible. You should be able to see. I don't think they should be waiting here instead of going for all the combo all at once. Maybe not. Play the War Chief. Create some more 1/1s. They have 4 more mana. They can use Matron to find another something. We're done. We don't have any way of actually winning this. Prospector is another one. Like, Muxus is a lot worse without Prospector. So it's Prospector and Muxus. I actually like the idea of keeping Prospector in for things like Chieftain and Krenko and everything. Like, Goblins are still busted even without Muxus. But with Muxus, they're disgusting. And I just don't like where it's at with Muxus and everything. So, yay, more Scrylands. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this deck. So, tiny hands. We did make people have very tiny hands. We had some pretty cool synergies with Thieves Guild Enforcer, Una, Tiny Bones. We also got to see how powerful Drana is a little bit with Rankle. Nyxathid is amazing as well. So, yeah, overall, the deck is fun. The big issue we ran into is that I kind of forgot, I misplayed here. Disfigures probably need to come into the deck, or or just like eliminates whatever, because Skirk Prospector has to die immediately. You have to be able to interact with a couple different other things, and so just having absolutely zero interaction was wrong with this deck. So I think you bring in either Disfigure to make sure you can kill Skirk Prospector, some removal for Muxus. Like we can kind of just we did win against Goblins in the first game where we were able to just kind of disrupt their hand enough that they weren't able to build the big enough board. We were able to go wide enough and do other. Actually, wait, did we end up losing that game as well? I know that there was one game where we were like way ahead. We were about to win, and all of a sudden they just went crazy. Anyway, Goblins are annoying. That's what we've decided. I really hope they ban Muxus soon. I hope it's not like another month before they do it. I could see them waiting until after Amonkhet, but I really hope that they just figure it out by now that Muxus was big and busted. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much.